This is a speech delivered by Meryl Streep last January at the 2014 National Board of Review ceremonies, and that's the British Independent Film Awards, to introduce Emma Thompson, winner of the award for Best Actress. Emma won the award for playing the part of P.L. Travers in the movie Saving Mr. Banks. The movie is centered on the development of the 1964 Walt Disney film, Mary Poppins, and the rocky relationship between P.L. Travers, the author of Mary Poppins, and Walt Disney. This is Meryl Streep. What? Oh? I'm not the prize winner? That's so weird. This is a very late night, and we have Spike Jonze twice coming out, so I wanted to say to you, I have a very short, sweet, kind of funny version of this tribute to Emma Thompson, and also a long, bitter, more truthful version. I would like a vote, and I'm serious. I'm happy to do the short one. I'd love to do the long one. All right, if anybody wants to leave, go now. I guess that's the long one. Okay. Some of his associates reported that Walt Disney didn't really like women. Ward Kimball, who was one of his chief animators, one of the original 9 Old Men, creator of the Cheshire Cat, the Mad Hatter, and Jiminy Cricket, said of Disney, he didn't trust women or cats. And there's a piece of received wisdom that says that most creative people are often odd or irritating, eccentric, damaged, difficult. That, along with enormous creativity, comes certain deficits in humanity or decency. We're familiar with this trope in our business. Mozart, Van Gogh, Tarantino, Eminem. Ezra Pound said, I've not met anyone worth a damn who is not irascible. Well, I have. Emma Thompson. Not only is she not irascible, she's practically a saint. There's something so consoling about that odd trope. But Emma makes you want to kill yourself. Because she's a beautiful artist, she's a writer, she's a thinker. She's a living, acting conscience. Emma considers carefully what the fuck she's putting into culture. Emma thinks, is this helpful? Not will it build my brand. Not will it give me billions. Not does this express me, my unique and fabulous self, into all eternity and every universe for all time. Will I get a sequel out of it? Or a boat? Or a perfume contract? Ezra Pound said, I've never met anyone worth a damn who was not irascible. Well, he would say that because he was supposedly a hideous anti-Semite, but his poetry redeems his soul. Disney, who brought joy, arguably, to billions of people, was perhaps, or had some, racist proclivities. He formed and supported an anti-Semitic industry line, and he was certainly, on the evidence of his company's policies, a gender bigot. Here is a letter from 1938 stating his company's policy to a young woman named Mary Ford of Arkansas, who had made application to Disney for the training program in cartooning. And I'm going to read it here in Emma's tribute because I know it will tickle her honoree, because she's also a rabid, man-eating feminist like I am. Dear Miss Ford, your letter of recent date has been received in the inking and painting department for reply. Women do not do any of the creative work in connection with preparing the cartoons for the screen, as that is a task performed entirely by young men. For this reason, girls are not considered for the training school. The only work open to women consists of tracing the characters on clear celluloid sheets with India ink, and then filling in the tracing on the reverse side with paint, according to directions. When I saw this film, I could just imagine Walt Disney's chagrin at having to cultivate P.I. Travers' favor for the 20 years it took to secure the rights to her work. It must have killed him to encounter in a woman an equally disdainful and superior creature, a person of dismissive of his own considerable gifts and prodigious output of imagination. But when we sit in our relative positions of importance and mutual suspicion, and we pass judgments on each other's work, we're bound to make small mistakes and misconstrue each other's motives. Which brings me to award season, which is really ridiculous. We have made so many beautiful movies this year, and to single out one seems unfair. And yet it's a great celebration, and I'm so proud to be here in this group of artists. Nobody can swashbuckle a quick-witted riposte like Emma Thompson. She's a writer, a real writer, and she has a relish for the well-chosen word. But some of the most sublime moments in Saving Mr. Banks are completely wordless. They live in the transitions where P.L. Travers from her public face to her private spaces. I'm talking about her relentlessness when she has her verbal dukes up. And then it moves to the relaxation of her brow when she retreats into the past. It is her stillness, her attentiveness to her younger self, her perfect aliveness, her girlish alertness. These are the qualities that Emma has as a person. She has real access to her own tenderness, and it's one of the most disarming things about her. She works like a stevedore. She drinks like a bloke. She's smart and crack, and she can be withering in a smackdown of wits, but she leads with her heart, and she knows nothing is more funny than earnestness. So now an ode to Emma, or what Emma is owed. We think the Brits are brittle. They think that we are mush. They are more sentimental, though we do tend to gush. Volcanoes of emotion concealed beneath that lip. Where we are prone to guzzle, they tip the cup and sip. But when eruption rumbles from nowhere, near the brain, it's seismic. Granite crumbles, the heart more flows like rain, like lava. All that feeling melts down like Oscar gold, and Emma leaves us real, a knockout, truth be told. Ladies and gentlemen, the entirely splendid Emma Thompson.